One Way Productions.
Hi and welcome to One Way Football's Euro Show. Yes, joined here again with the fantastic Ollie and Adam, Dr. Sims, aka Dr. Sims.
That's going to catch you on.
And Ollie has graced us with another football jersey. He is a big collector of football jerseys. Which one have you got on there, mate?
I think it's a late 70s Middlesbrough one. I'm not entirely sure. I might be wrong there, but either way, it's nice and it's blue.
So, you should have wore the other, but I can't even remember the name of the town.
Since I've got an old school Liverpool one, you know.
What was the one you showed earlier?
Oh, so I'll just let everyone know. Basically, I ordered a mystery football box, and it was a non-league football team that I was getting. Anywhere from like the conference to like semi-professional football, and I ended up pulling the mighty Super Greens, Torrington FC. Never heard them in my life, but they're my boys now. So
they're your boys, yeah. Just like
they're my boys,
just like Tottenham.
Yeah, just like Spurs.
Okay, so we're going to brush through the games that have just gone. Obviously, it was England versus Croatia. Started off very boring, I thought, to be fair. I mean, me and Adam watched the game side by side, and it was just like, I spoke to a couple of guys that watched the game at the bar we was watching it at, and they said, I think this is going to be like 4-5-0. But Adam, it was just really, really poor, wasn't it? To be fair.
I thought it would be a boring match, to be honest, and that's what we got. Adam,
was you happy with the lineup?
Yeah, it was all right, to be honest. I was a bit disappointed Henderson didn't start, but that's about it, really.
Fit or was he?
I know. So I was expecting him to like end up on the bench, but I would like to see him, obviously. But
Adam, out of all people, Sterling, we were like slagging him off, like, halfway through the game, we were like slagging him off.
Considering like he was through on goal and that, he nearly fucking missed. So.
Yeah,
wasn't a clean shot, was it?
Ollie, was you happy with the lineup though? Or was there anything you would change?
I was a bit surprised with Trippier. Trippier was probably the biggest surprise to me at left back.
Yeah.
Because he totally left Chilwell out, didn't he? He wasn't even on the bench.
No.
I honestly thought Luke Shaw had started, but Calvin Phillips didn't expect to start, but what a game he had. But probably the best player of the games.
Yeah,
that got played, I thought.
A lot of people though, they were expecting Grealish to start.
I was expecting Grealish to start. I was very shocked. I don't think I wouldn't necessarily agree. Sorry, I wouldn't necessarily agree and say it was boring. I thought it was just very cautious. To start off with, I thought. When I'd seen us in the last two friendlies we played, I thought we were going to be terrible. But I think Croatia, they'll always be a hard team to beat. I thought I was really happy with the performance. I thought, to be honest, I thought it was a really, really good performance. I was very happy with it. But I can understand why some people might think it was boring. But I just thought it was more cautious than boring. But
yeah, I think we pressed well when we did press, and then we got into shape when we needed to be in shape when they were in possession and stuff like that. Like, they've got a brilliant midfield with what is it, Modric, Kovacic, and
Brozovic. Brozovic, is it? Yeah, he was brilliant in the last World Cup as well. Brozovic.
So I think, considering the midfield and the creativity they've got, I think we restricted them really well. So
because I said to you, Adam, I was like, that I'm surprised that Grealish didn't start, and you said, yeah, but Mount and Grealish are kind of like the same kind of.
Yeah, they're going to fill the same role, aren't they? So
totally agree with that. Yeah,
I put Mason Mount just a little bit ahead of Grealish, just purely because
he had a fantastic game as well, didn't he? You can't fault the game he had. Brilliant.
He'd be good, obviously, as like kind of a substitution to obviously perk up the midfield, and then even better as you get into the tournament further, then he's just a straight swap, isn't he? So
yeah, I think Grealish will probably start against Scotland. Like, I think Grealish will start. I don't think he'll drop Mount. I think he'll probably drop either Foden or Sterling. But mind you, Sterling scored, so I'll probably see Foden dropping for Grealish. Yeah. Personally, in the Scotland game, but I think he will start the next game.
Apart from the goal, I don't think Sterling had a very good game.
I agree, because I've seen a lot of people say it was one of his best games this season, and possibly,
His
But
crosses
that
were
probably
awful.
just proves how bad. Oh yeah, but I just think on the ball as well, he was very. He didn't know what he wanted his legs to do.
Yeah,
But obviously, he scored the goal that's won the game, hasn't he? So you know,
I know, but I think if it had ended sort of like 1-1 or 0-0, and then people wouldn't remember the goal as much, and his
I
performance
agree,
wasn't
100%.
great.
Yeah, 100%. I think Harry Kane was poor as well. Mind you, I don't think he got fed as much as he probably should. But I just think his work rate and everything was just terrible. He had a really bad game for me, and I hate saying that about Harry Kane because I think he's behind Lewandowski, maybe Lukaku, who's probably the best striker in the world, isn't he?
Do you see when he slid into the goalpost though, and everyone just went, "Oh, here we go."
Yeah. Oh, that was nasty as well, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was nasty.
Yeah.
It would have been classic England, though, innit? Your star striker gets injured in the first few games. It happened to Rooney. It happened to Owen. So it's just.
And we haven't really got like another out and out number 9. Have you? Your next one's probably Calvert-Lewin, but
I was about to say I'd like to see Calvert-Lewin actually start a game.
Yeah, I think if we get confirmed, say if we beat Scotland, I think we'll be through. I think even if we draw against them, we're through.
Yeah.
I think he'll probably get a game in the last game then, because it means nothing really, does it?
Yeah. And Adam, your boy Pickford, T-Rex. What did you think of him?
T-Rex.
It's all right. He didn't have too much to do, to be honest, did he? They had 2 shots all game, so.
Yeah,
it's hard to judge a keeper, isn't it, when there's not much opportunities and that. But he was switched on when he needed to be, and that's all you can ask, isn't it?
Yeah,
definitely.
Of course. So obviously we've got Scotland up next on Friday. What do you think the layout's going to be for that, Ollie? Do you think you'll go with the similar team that he did, or do you reckon he'll swap it around?
I think the setup will be the same. I think there'll be a bit of a rotation with the players. I think Luke Shaw will get a game. I think possibly. I don't think he'll change the back 2 because I think Tyrone Mings had a brilliant game. So I don't think you can drop him. So I think he'll probably keep the full back 5. I think Luke Shaw will get a game. I would have said Calvin Phillips probably wouldn't have, but with that performance, how can you drop him? And if he does get dropped, it's what more does the boy have to do? You know, because it was a fantastic game, brilliant game. Yeah. People are calling him the Yorkshire Pearl. So it was a performance like
did they
that.
say he's born and bred in Yorkshire or something like that, didn't they?
Yeah, but apart from that, I think,
Yorkshire.
like I say, I think Grealish will start. So I think maybe there'll be possibly 2 changes, but I don't think there'll be much else, to be honest. I think it'll be maybe Sean Grealish will start, but apart from that, I think it'll be the same setup.
Yeah. Right, moving on to Wales. I thought Wales might have were going to beat Switzerland, but 1-1. There was a disallowed goal though, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. I was watching this in the pub near me, and I ended up leaving because there was about 30 people coming and just totally ruined it. I was sat me on like a wrong'un. So I ended up leaving and missing quite a bit of that game, but I did catch the last bit of the game. There was a disallowed goal. Was it for Switzerland? It was for Switzerland, wasn't
Switzerland,
it? Yeah. I missed that, to be honest, but.
Because realistically, they could have lost that game then. Are Wales going to struggle, do you reckon, though? Do both of you think they're going to struggle?
Well, who else have they got in that group? Because Switzerland are a decent team. They're probably similar to Wales in quality.
They've got Italy and Turkey, isn't it?
Italy and Turkey, yeah.
I think Italy were brilliant when I can't see them beating Italy. So, yeah, probably will struggle because you've only got 3 games, haven't you?
Yeah,
I don't think they'll beat Italy, so they've only got a point now. And then their other game is Turkey, who they got played off the park by Italy, but Turkey are not actually a bad team.
Yeah.
So I think they will struggle. Yeah.
Scotland, obviously they played today. If you're watching this tomorrow, then yesterday. But what a goal!
You're not beating that now, are you? That's it. Done.
Yeah.
That is done. I thought Yarmolenko's goal
and now
them
Spider-Man memes are just going everywhere now.
Oh yeah, that was class. I was watching that video and I was thinking, where's this going here? And at the end, David Marshall's wrapped up in the net. Oh no, I didn't know.
But did you see the United goal? Was it within the league or the semi-final or something? The Europa League, was it? And who was it that scored like just over the halfway line?
Is this recently?
Yeah. At the end of the season. I can't think of it. It was now. If anyone knows, put it in the comment below. But it was a similar goal to
Yeah,
that
I'm
anyway.
not
It was
sure.
just after the halfway line. But yeah, brilliant goal.
Oh, it was a fantastic goal, wasn't it?
What's wrong with Scotland though? Adam, what do you think is wrong with Scotland? Is it just because of the pressure, because of their first basically international competition?
I think a little
98 or
98, yeah, we're 98
Yeah,
World Cup.
98. Well, I think it's obviously there's just the quality in the squad as well. Like you could see the difference between McTominay and Robertson were doing 1-2s and they were creating opportunities and that. And then down the other side, McGinn worked really hard, but there was just no kind of good decision making when they were in that final third. They tripped up, they were too slow, they didn't know where to put the ball or anything like that. So it's just it's quality, I would say.
Yeah,
Nothing against them, but yeah.
But is that going to reflect on us though? Do you think, Ollie, on Friday? Because obviously now they've just got their first loss of the tournament. Are they going to be raring like for Friday night against us? Because
it'll be a difficult one, I think, because it's a totally different game against England, because it means a lot to them as well, as much as it means to us. It means a lot. So yeah, obviously it's one of them where it's a must win for them now. I think it's either going to go one or two ways. I think it's going to be a really, really tough game, and it'll be maybe one goal in it, or we'll demolish them. It'll be a 4-5-0 or a 1-0. It'll be that tight. It's either going to go one way or the other for me, that game. I think it'll go the other. I think we'll absolutely play them off the park. I think there's no way they'll be able to deal with what we have in front of our sort of back four. There's no way. Can't deal with it whatsoever.
But then saying that though, it's always usually a tight game, even when we play friendlies against them and stuff.
It is. I know.
I think with the way that they're set up though, I don't think they'll be able to get out on the counter against us very much, because they play with a back three, don't they? And then they've got Robertson and O'Donnell who go back, obviously, into a 5. And I think they'll be stuck like that most of the match, and they'll struggle to kind of get out of it.
Yeah,
I think with Scotland as well is if you take away Robertson, McTominay, and then even Kieran Tierney, but it's him and Robertson playing the same position. I know they push Tierney up when they play for Scotland if they play together, but take them three out their team. The vast majority of their team is championship level.
Yeah,
it is. It's you know they'd be lucky to come out of the group. I think they've already done what they needed to do by just getting to the tournament. For me, I think they've won for their country anyway by just getting to where they are.
Yeah. So let's go to our predictions then for Friday. Then, Adam, do you want to kick us off?
I'm going to say 2-0 England.
I like the way you hesitated. Then you just say,
I was like, they might make a goal.
So what are you saying, Ollie?
I've actually got a Euro predictor with one of my mates. We're predicting all the scores, and you get sort of points for like correct score and things like that. And I can't remember what I put, and I'm sure I'm going to look like an idiot if I put a different score. So I think I've put 3-1 England. I'm leaning towards 3-1 England. I think that's what I've put. I just think Scotland I can see Scotland scoring, maybe just from a daft set piece or like a free kick or something daft. I think they might score from, and then the crowd would be like, it's happening, and then we'll just go and score 3.
Yeah,
I think that's what it'll be.
I see now. I reckon it might be a draw. I just feel like I feel like that we've overhyped the whole England thing again, and Joe, against Croatia, we had a better side than we did when we played them in the World Cup, and we're still only 1-0. I just think I can't see anything special.
And I think their team Croatia's team was barely any different than what we played in the World Cup, and all they've done is aged. They haven't, so I get where you're coming from. I do get where you're coming from. But we can only see it's prediction for a reason, isn't it? So
that's it, yeah. So lads, that was our little brush over of the games. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, Ollie.
No problem.
With a different top on, and
I'll have another one on for
a much better top than last time.
I might get that one back out for you.
Yeah, hopefully it's in a skip outside or something. Adam, cheers for coming on, mate. Thank you very much. And should we just
I have heard this song so much, over this weekend.
I bet you have. I don't want to even play it because I feel like we're just jinxing it every time. But yeah, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get those hit likes up. And if you can, just share any of this content. And we shall see you next Monday for another review on all the games, Wales, Scotland, and England. Cheers, guys. Thank you for coming on. Take care.
Adios.
One Way Football.